You're watching Theme Park Worldwide, where today I'm here at a very quiet Chessington World of Adventures resort to come and check out the construction on their brand new ride for 2021. It's going to be located within the Forbidden Kingdom themed area of the park, on the site that used to be home to one of my favourites. It was Ramesses Revenge, that opened in 1995 and operated all the way through until 2019. It was a husk top spin, and in the summer they had all the fountains on and you used to get absolutely soaked. It was an absolutely brilliant attraction, but it had come to the end of its life. It needed a lot of work doing to it if it was going to stay here at the park. So they made the decision to remove the ride and put in something brand new for 2021. So it closed last year, and throughout this year they've removed the ride, started doing some preparation work, of course the early stages of groundwork for that new attraction, and then now work over the past few weeks has really progressed. So I thought I've got to come down here to Chessington and come and check out the construction. In terms of what sort of ride it's going to be, it will be a family drop tower, which will fit in a lot better really than a husk top spin with Chessington now. You've got to think, back in 1995 the park was more aimed at the thrill seeker market, so putting in something like that was perfect for them. Over the years, especially the past sort of 10 years, Chessington have really sort of switched around and put in a lot more family attractions. They've been gradually going around the different areas of the park, refurbishing attractions. So yeah, it was time for Ramesses to go and something new to come in. So yes, it will be a family drop tower, and of course we'll head over there now into Forbidden Kingdom and have a look at the construction taking place so far, because from what I can see just through the trees, looks like quite a lot's happened since I was last here. So as I mentioned it's a very quiet day here at Chessington World of Adventures. Perfect for getting on lots of different rides, but I'm a bit more interested in the construction because I've really been looking forward to coming down here and seeing this and how it's progressing. Of course, you've got the signage here. We're unearthing a jaw-dropping new ride in 2021 with the Egyptian branding on there as well, the Egyptian theming. I'm really glad they're sticking with that. It will fit in really nice the existing Forbidden Kingdom themed area here at the park. Of course, all the different buildings, rocks and theming items that you've already got existing around here. Hopefully they just freshen it up a little bit round here just to make it even better and fit in with this brand new drop ride. But yeah, in terms of the theme for this, of course it's Egyptian, but it's going to be based on the ancient Egyptian god of Sobek. So yeah, it sounds really interesting because you're actually going to drop straight down into this ginormous crocodile mouth. So you've got to imagine that you're queuing in a highly themed environment. You then make your way into the loading area. Once you're in there, you'll have 16 different seats to choose from on the ride. You'll then step on board, and of course it will then take you straight out of this crocodile mouth that will look absolutely amazing both on ride and off ride, and then of course up to a height of around 25.6 meters. So you'll get some great views of the surrounding Egyptian area of Forbidden Kingdom, and of course this end of Chessington World of Adventures as well. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to the overall package of it. But what really made Ramesses Revenge was the fact that it looked great from off-ride too. So from looking at the plans, seems like Chessington are really going down that route with this too, for people who might not necessarily want to go and ride on a drop tower. People can stand here and get enjoyment from it. That's what people used to do with Ramesses. They'd stand here, look at all the riders getting soaked with all the different fountains and special effects. Of course at Halloween they'd light it up in different colours, and it was a show. As much as it was a ride, it was a show for people standing here. And you know, that's what they're trying to create with this new drop tower, because we know it's going to have lots of special effects. There's going to be some smoke, there's going to be some waterfalls, there's going to be lighting, there'll be audio, and it will put on a show for the guests that I'm really looking forward to. Now in terms of the name for this, it seems like it is going to be called Croc Drop, which if so is something completely different out there, and I really like the idea of that. Now Merlin Entertainments, of course the company that own Chessington and various other theme parks, have trademarked that name back in July for Croc Drop, so it does seem like that is going to be the name for it. However, these things can also change last minute as well. So anyway, let's go and have a more detailed look at the construction, because we can zoom in a little bit, and as you can see, we can see the actual bottom area of where the drop tower is going to load, and they're just behind me with the steel framework. So there's various different places we can go to get views of the construction site, but I thought we'll start off right here on the rocks, where we can get a nice zoom in there to the steel framework that's gone into place over the past few weeks. Along with that, you can see some walls in place there as well, and also some pipes around the side. I'm thinking maybe that's some sort of ventilation system, maybe for the smoke and mist and special effects in there. Of course, we don't know. It could just be something simple like an air conditioning system or something to do with the ride, but that's quite interesting how that seems to stretch all the way round this section here. So yeah, we'll see how that looks from round the corner in just a couple of moments. Now in terms of the crocodile, head, mouth, jaw, whatever you want to call it, it's actually going to be over 12 meters tall and 12 meters wide. So you've got to think the tower itself is just over 25 meters. It's going to be taking up nearly half the height of the drop tower itself. So this is going to look really impressive, especially you've got to think that this is actually dug down there as well from where Ramesses was. It's down in its own little pit. So once this fence has gone, it's going to look amazing in terms of how impressive it's going to look visually from off-ride, just as much as it will do on-ride as well. So then what we'll do, we'll go around the corner to the right, and we'll see what we can see from a little bit further back around there. Just around the corner then now, here in Forbidden Kingdom, and we see them two pipes that are connecting with the one that actually runs in a circle around the structure that we can see there. So definitely some sort of ventilation system. Looks really interesting how it's got so much ventilation going into what's quite a small building. So looking forward to seeing that. Then off to the right hand side here, we can see a bit of construction taking place on these buildings. So these are existing already. It's actually used to be part of a gift shop, and you can see the strips underneath there. You've got some new breeze blocks there, or possibly they were there before, but they've stripped the theming off the front. Not entirely sure. However, there is work taking place. So of course the ride will be great, but it's going to be about the queue line, the full experience. What can we expect? I mean, Ramesses Revenge used to actually use this upper area here as part of its queue line, and then they changed it during its last few years of operation, that you actually entered just over here through a gate. But yeah, they did used to use all this at the top. I can't really see them using that for the drop tower, but you never know, anything's possible. I imagine it'd need quite a few structural improvements though, looking at it underneath here, but maybe that's what they're doing. Of course, it's still early days for this. We're only just into October today, so they've still got all winter to get this done. And it's not a huge ride, so to speak. It's not like they're building a water ride or a roller coaster that takes a lot more time. This will be a flat ride, and I imagine the ride comes in pretty much in a few days. You know, it won't take too long to sort of slot that into place in between the structure that we can see. So we'll carry on around here now and get some more angles of this new drop ride, rumoured to be called Croc Drop. So from this angle, you really start to get an idea on the height of that new structure, what's gone into place there, and also how far it's progressed over the past few weeks. It's looking really good. I don't think it'll be too long now until we start to see ride hardware making its way in there. Of course, things like wires and op panels and all that kind of stuff normally comes a little bit later with something like this. They have to, of course, put the actual structure in for the building first before they install the ride. But what we can see down here is that theming is actually progressing. So yeah, this kind of fits with the whole Egyptian theme of the area already. And yeah, this is a brand new building, and as we can see, the theming's going into place. And I tell you what, that looks really good quality theming, what's going in there. You can see some of the details if we zoom in just over the fence there, like all the markings that have gone into it. That is looking really good. So hopefully with this, it's going to be a very nice permanent themed installation. And that's the good thing with Chessington. They're going round, they're updating parts of the park, and with this, they're putting in something brand new, all this theming, and hopefully it'll fit in with the style of the area. I mean, you can see already with the colours there, for example, if we look at the Just Chicken restaurant over here to the left, kind of fits with all that. I mean, it needs a good freshen up, and I imagine that'll come. You can't really put a brand new ride in like this and not freshen up the area. I mean, you look at all the top here, you know, it certainly needs some work doing to it and a bit of cleaning up. But yeah, you know, it's looking like it's going to be really good quality theming, what's going on there. Really liking the look of that. Let's go a little bit further around and see some more. So I'm directly around the other side then now, next to the Zufari entrance. And if I pan round to the right hand side here, we get a fantastic view of the construction site from here. So firstly, I'll start by talking about the pipe again at the top, which stretches all the way around. So we know that runs in a circle all the way around the top of the building there. And also we can see some power outlets down on the side, or at least some power going into this box here. So is that part of the ride system? Is it for special effects? Who knows at this stage, but it's certainly very exciting. I tell you what I'm really liking the look of with this project. That is the build quality. Like what they've done with this wall here is really good. I mean, I'll zoom in a bit for you. And if we pan over to the left, you'll actually start to see some Egyptian markings coming into the frame now. There we go, just behind the scaffolding there. That looks like it's really, really nicely detailed, which is fantastic. Obviously, with some of the projects we see at Merlin Parks and theme parks in general, especially here in the UK, the quality of the actual build isn't very good. Whereas with this, That looks great how they've done that on there. It's not just like a vinyl wall or like a fiberglass wall on the side. That looks really nice how they've done that. It looks like it's all been sort of inscribed into it, which is brilliant. As we can see there, not too sure exactly what that is, sort of hanging down. But yeah, like all the markings on the wall look really nice. All the Egyptian symbols that we can see from this side of the drop tower construction. But now it's all looking really exciting here at Chessington. I can't wait for it to open next year. So now it's time for an aerial look at the construction site, thanks to the Toon Blaster queue line up here. As we can see, really nice overview of that construction taking place. And again, I'll zoom into the top section. Well, the same sort of height really, I'd say, as the white steel structure that we can see there. So it gives you a good idea on the size. And if we look just down there as well, you can see all of the work taking place on that wall. Lots of construction taking place today, which is good to see. I imagine this will be opening early next year, or at least I really hope so. And we can see all the markings on the wall over there from an aerial perspective. And of course you've got the open door on the front there as well, so maybe that's where you're going to enter into the building from the queue line. Just down that way. But yeah, you can see work taking place, all the breeze blocks being covered over by the theming. But yeah, the quality of this looks like it's going to be really, really nice. And yeah, it's great to see it from this aerial perspective. So yeah, you imagine the tower's going to sit nicely sort of in the shot just there. So yeah, we'll have to do a bit of a comparison next year. I'll have to get this video back up and take a screen grab of that. And yeah, we'll sort of show where the drop tower is going to be. But yeah, look forward to riding it in 2021. It's coming on really nice here at Chessington. It really is. Forbidden Kingdom, Croc Drop, the rumoured name, the most likely name for this new attraction opening at Chessington in 2021. It's coming on really nicely. So as you can probably hear in the background, it really is all systems go with the construction of the new family drop ride here at Chessington World of Adventures. Of course, opening in 2021, and I'm really looking forward to it. It's nice to see that they've actually replaced an attraction with something brand new, all the new theming going in there. I honestly think that we're in for a really good family attraction. My only concern with it is the capacity. You got to think it can seat 16 people on a gondola. So at a park like Chessington, I'm not too sure how the capacity is going to hold up. I think it's going to get some pretty long queues, but I guess we'll see what happens with that. It depends on how long the cycle is, if there's any maybe a pre-show or something in the queue line, just to kind of stagger it through. But we'll see what happens, I guess. But in terms of how it's looking so far, I think the build quality is going to be fantastic of this. I can't wait to see just how tall it's going to be, because it's quite hard to imagine just over 25 meters, especially with it being dug down a little bit in there. Not quite as much as the old top spin, Ramesses Revenge, that was really dug down. But with this, it's still going to be really interesting to see just how high it is, and in terms of where we're going to see it from down this end of the park. How's it going to impact the different areas? I think it's going to be a really nice attraction for them, and I'm looking forward to following it here at Chessington. Not filming a full vlog from the park here today. In fact, I've only spending a few hours here. Mainly came to see the construction. I'm actually going to Legoland this afternoon for a couple of hours, because construction's well underway there on their brand new edition for 2021. It's a flying theatre and 2 drop towers they've got going in. So I'm actually going to make my way to Legoland this afternoon, and that'll be the next vlog, the next construction update coming up tomorrow. 4 full days of construction updates, loads going on to talk about. Of course, Alton Tower Scarefest, Thorpe Park Fright Nights, here with the drop tower, and now it's off to Legoland. So come and join me in the next vlog here on Theme Park Worldwide. And as always, we'll do our best to keep you updated on all the latest. Me and Charlotte are planning to come back down here at some point over Halloween to come and see the Halloween event. Of course, it all depends on if Charlotte's day's at work and if we can get booked in. That's the thing with annual pass holders at the moment. It's quite hard to reserve spots, and that was the case a lot over the summer holidays. So hopefully we'll be able to get a day when we come down here together. If not, I'll definitely come down at some point, give you all an update on the drop tower and also Halloween here at Chessington as well. So there'll be a full vlog coming only a few weeks from now until Halloween kicks in here. So yeah, there'll be a full vlog on the way. That's why I thought I won't go around and film the rides today. I'll save that until the Halloween vlog here from Chessington. But thank you very much for watching this update on the new drop tower here at the park, and come and join me in the next vlog tomorrow from Legoland Windsor. Let's go and have a look at their flying theatre and new themed area. It's all very exciting, isn't it? Loads to look forward to in 2021. That leaves me one more thing to say. Come down here to Chessington, go to your local park. Oh yeah, and don't forget, keep on riding. See you later.